Hey guys, what is going on? This is Shackallor45, and today I have a T28 prototype replay. This is Shackallor, and Shackallor is in a top tier battle on Windstorm. Now, I'm going to spoil this a little bit, and why I downloaded this replay and decided to watch it was because this is a Raseiniai Heroes medal. Now, some people might not know what that medal is because they've never seen it and they've probably never gotten one. So, and that's me too. I've never gotten one. I've seen a few, not on my own games, but in replays because I like to look for them. But this is a Raseiniai Heroes medal, and what that means is Shackallor is actually going to get a lot of kills. Now, I won't spoil it. I won't spoil the exact number for you. But if you've ever seen one before, you guys know what is coming. But he is in the T28 prototype, and I'm going to make the map bigger because that is way too small. And what do you have to know about T28 prototype? Well, it's got a pretty good gun, 248 pen, 400 damage on 120 millimeters. So, in a top tier matchup, he's really not going to have to use any sort of APCR. The standard rounds are going to be able to pen pretty much everything. Now, a little bit of a bug there with the tree. Might be a little bit of a bug just because this is a 9.1 replay, and hopefully it doesn't bug out, but we'll see what he is looking at here. Now, Shaq is going, I'm going to just call him Shaq this whole game. Shaq is going to be going into the town with his T28 prototype. Now, top tier game, you can use this thing, I guess, as an assault gun. It's got pretty good armor, but the cheeks of the turret are just completely worthless. They really don't do anything for you. You can shoot the cheeks of this turret, you can shoot the machine gun port that it has in the upper front plate. The armor is very, very interesting, to say the least. Now, I think this, something is going to be bugged with our sniper view, but that is a-okay because I just want to see this glorious replay. Now, that is when you know a game is going to start off very well. When you shoot a T43 twice and you do 1100 damage. Now, the first shot went in and did like 900 damage with a fire, so can't really complain about that. And he has his first kill. Now, let's see, what is the rest of the team doing? Now, we have sent most of the tanks to the town, and it is pretty comparable. There are lots of heavies in this game, so Shaq is going to be trying to keep these guys at bay for now. The problem is that they're losing their artillery. The MT-25 and the T-34-85 look to be pushing that side over there, so you have to watch out for that. A little bit too much side scraping there, but it doesn't really matter because the Tiger misses his shot, and he's going to reload here in 8.7 seconds, and another shot into the Tiger. Now, that alpha on that gun is pretty crazy. 400 alpha is pretty awesome at tier 8, and of course when you're using it in a tank destroyer that reloads every 9 seconds, you really can't complain about it. Obviously, you have your IS-3s with 400 alpha, but nobody really expects these American tank destroyers to have some pretty decent alpha. Nowhere near as good as the ISU-152. You know, it's got a little bit more, but that is a-okay. Now, Shaq is noticing that his team is crumbling. It is 3-6 at the moment, and that is not very good. He has 2 kills, and Scorpion Lord, oh, what a great name. Scorpion Lord has his other kill, so they are all in a platoon together. So far they have all the kills. Now, KV4 obviously has no idea what he's doing, and that sniper mode is still bugged for some reason. And this KV4 is not doing very well. He is in a top tier game, so I would assume that he would try to side scrape or something. It looks like he's trying to, but Mr. Shaq is going to finish him off. So, 3 kills now. The problem is you have to look at the map at this point because we have about 6 tanks at least that are pushing his base. Another bounce from the IS-3 there. And if you get a tier 8 game and people don't know where to shoot this thing, the armor will hold up very well. So he's bounced a few shots, already has 4,000 damage. And pretty crazy that no one has been able to pen him yet, and that he's going to finish off the IS-3, I would assume. Oh no, he does not finish off the IS-3. He has to finish this guy off pretty quick because the guys behind him, like I said, are completely crumbling. This IS-3 bounces again. And for some reason, no one knows where to pen this glorious T28 prototype. Now, I can understand if people have never seen this tank before, maybe, because I guess it is kind of rare, but there's really obvious weak point. All you have to do is shoot the cheeks of the turret. Let's see where these shots are hitting. Ah, yes, they're shooting upper front plate and the gun manlet, not aiming at the turret. So this IS-3 and the T28 prototype are having an epic duel, and finally Shack comes out on top. So now Shack has to be thinking that he has to turn around, because the base is looking like a very dire situation right now. And Scorpion has to be calling out for help as well. He is in his low, or his lerva, or whichever German pronunciation that I can't figure out. And that IS-3 bounces again. So many bounces. That one actually went off the upper front plate again. And see, that machine gun port on the left or the cheeks of the turret is where you can hit this thing and basically just destroy it. T-34 destroyed, 4,600, and then we have the T-25 AT epic noobs. He does not know what's about to happen. So now, let's count them up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 versus 8 right now. 1 versus 8. And this Cheeto is about to figure out why he does not want to come up against Shack, because Shack is on 7 kills. Super Persian come around the corner, gets a nice shot into him, and what they actually did was leave the cap. I cannot believe that the enemy team left the cap, but they left the cap. One of the tanks left, and then he finished off the other one that was capping. So now the enemy team has no chance of capping, at least for now, and they seem to have decided they're going to go kill Shack. They think, he's only 1 tank left, he can't do much. But remember, he is in the invulnerable T28 prototype for some reason. There we go, somebody finally penned him. Let's go look at where that guy actually penned him. And he penned him on the machine gun port. But the one person that actually knows what to do when they see Shack's T28 prototype is now dead. Now the T-34-85 is making a very good play here, going around flanking the turreted tank destroyer. This thing has very bad traverse. Very bad? Very bad traverse. Starts with a B. Come on, Jack. 10 kills already, though. He's already got his pools medal. There are still 4 tanks left, and this T-34-85 did not move fast enough. Nice little ammo rack there. And he is down to only his APCR rounds because he already has 22 hits and 11 kills. Are you serious? And guess what? There's 2 artillery left. So if he kills this IS, oh lord, if he kills this IS without succumbing to the artillery fire, he will have won the game, pretty much. Oops. That sniper view is bugged, but that is a-okay because this game is already epic. And it's still going to get more epic. And he spots the full health IS. Will the IS actually know where to shoot him? Now right now he is angled way too much, so he could just shoot into his side and he would penetrate him, but he misses, of course. Some of these I can't believe. And then the IS takes another shot and is still sitting in the cap for some reason. Sitting out in the middle of the open and just deciding to shoot at the T28 prototype frontally. And of course he bounces again. So Martin, the KB1S on the enemy team, knows what's happening and says, what the F? Which, in this situation, is very true. What in the heck were these guys doing? I have no idea, but there's only 1 penetration mark in the back of his tank. There's 2 penetration marks in the front of his tank. And I mean, I don't even know. This enemy team just decided that the T-28 prototype's armor is too good, so they just fired randomly at the upper front plate the whole game. Now, some will argue in this game that the T-28 prototype's armor is not actually that good, and I would agree, because if you shoot the weak points on this thing, it will get penned every time. You can pen it with 175 pen guns, you can pen it with 200 pen guns, but if you hit the upper front plate every single time, results like this will happen. So awesome job from Shack here, and he did exactly what he needed to. He went to town, pushed that up, and realized that his team was crumbling in the back, so he went back, pointed his frontal armor towards the enemy tanks, did exactly what he needed to do, and now he's on 12 kills and 8,200 damage. And this game was a 55%er, and he's about to make it a 100%er. So, props to him. In this situation, I'd probably load my HE shells just because I don't want to waste my APCR on the Arty. But one of my friends would know that he plays Battle Bus all the time, which is the SU-14-2, and he would be very happy if I wasted APCR on him. So I might shoot APCR at the SU-14-2. But the problem is, in this situation, if either one of the arties goes to cap, he could lose. So this is pretty ballsy play here, going towards the enemy cap. But I guess he's going to assume that the arties are just going to sit on their butts in the back of the map. And it looks like they haven't started capping yet. So this gamble might have paid off. He does only have 4 minutes and 37 seconds. Now, at this point, like I said, if either one of the enemy artillery was on cap at this moment, he would lose. There's no way he could make it back to base. He's so far away from base. T28 Prototype is a wee bit slow, as you guys can see here, reaching its top speed of 21 kilometers per hour going down that slope. Woo! That's craziness. But we are going to see if the arty is just sitting in the back of the base. And there's the grill. And he is sitting out in the open, of course. There is his 13th kill. And Shack is not done yet. There is one more artillery to be killed. Now, hypothetically, if the arty hits in the top of his tank, he will kill him in one shot. But based on where these guys have been shooting so far, it's highly unlikely. Now, he does have 3 minutes and 50 seconds left, and somebody's picking him actually that the battle bus is over on his right. I didn't actually see where that shot came from. I would have been looking if I was playing a game. I would have had my camera zoomed out like this to be scanning the map as much as possible. But since we are in the action, we cannot leave. Now, will Shack cap? That is the question. Good play here, trying to draw him out from the cap. I would assume that if you wanted to cap, you try to get behind this rock over here, especially if you thought the arty was in front of you. But the arty is going to have to get pretty close to spot him. So there's 1 minute left on the cap. The arty is going to have to make plays if he wants to win this game. Shack has already done 8,447 damage, only received 611 somehow. And I mean, look at all those bounces. There's so many bounces. And you do have to remember, at one point, he was 1 versus 8. 1 versus 8, and there is the last kill incoming. The SU-14-2 stops to aim. I guess he could get really, really lucky if he wanted. But it looks like the SU-14-2 was going to actually try to make a play on the base. And look at that. 14 kills. I can't believe it. Let's go on over to the score screen. Alright, and here we are over at Shack's score screen. And he knows it's the Raseiniai Heroes medal. Oh my goodness. Here it is right here. 14 enemy vehicles destroyed in the course of one battle. He got crucial contribution basically by himself. He got crucial contribution by himself. He got a Call Banhouse Mail, stand alone against not 5, but 8. He stood alone against 8, so he almost doubled. He almost stood alone against 10 vehicles. Well done. Steel Wall received at least 1,000 potential damage and at least 11 hits. Obviously, he also got the Defender, the Top Gun, the High Caliber. I'm guessing he got the Mastery Badge. He hit 31 out of 32 shots, 8,900 damage. And I mean, 2,500 base experience. It just blows my mind how he was able to do that. Awesome, awesome game from Shack. Oh my goodness. 31 direct hits, 29 penetrations. He penetrated 29 shots out of the 32 that he fired. Awesome job there. Like I said, you really don't need that APCR on this tank in Tier 8 games like this. Guys, this is what happens if weak spots are ignored. This is what happens. Now, I just wanted to do a little quick disclaimer here. This is not standard T28 Prototype gameplay. This is like one in a, I don't even know. I haven't even got a Raseiniai Heroes medal yet. So this is like one in multiple thousands of games, just because of the fact that if they don't know where to shoot your weak spots and you have armor like this, it magically works. And you get 14 kills in a game. And your team has to suck really, really hard to get, no offense to the other platoon mates of Shack, but your team has to be pretty bad to get this many kills. So Shack took advantage of it. Awesome game. Perfect map for this tank. And he kept everybody in front of him. Used his glorious frontal armor, which has weak spots, but they just ignored it. And he won the game. So, well played to Shack. I don't know how 14 kills happens, but hey, it does. And thanks for sending in that replay in to Quickie Baby Replays. I really did enjoy it. Guys, this has been JacketTech45. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like. I'm signing out. Peace.